Guys, so today I'm coming live from sitting outside of my son's practice. Actually, I'm sitting outside of the hospital. I walked from the field down to the hospital just so I could have a place to sit. So today I wanted to talk about talk to my keto people out there, my keto and intermittent fasting people. So the reason why I was talking about this subject today is I tend to do lives on subjects that I kind of like think about during the day or something happens. So I've been eating ketogenic diet, which is low carb, high fat, for probably like 4 months. March, April, May, June, July, actually so more than that, like 6 months, right? And so the reason I had originally started eating keto was because I'd had like a really hard time like losing weight. I was feeling fluffy. I had like a lot of different symptoms even though I was eating healthy and exercising still. I was still feeling pretty lousy. And somebody had brought up the topic of eating a ketogenic diet. And it's pretty controversial. Well, it was to me. And it seems like everyone kind of is jumping on the bandwagon these days and everyone's been eating keto. And I didn't want to be one of those people. So I tended to just not do it because everyone else was doing it. But one day I said, you know what do I have to lose, right? So I decided to, there's a squirrel over there. I decided to try keto, and actually I've had a lot of success with it as far as like mood stabilization, hormone regulation, having more energy, having decreased appetite, decreased mood swings, things like that. But the one thing that I would have to say that still had problems with off and on is like having like enough energy to work out like I want to, and muscle fatigue, and also like severe muscle cramping. So anyone who eats keto or low carb, high fat can totally appreciate the muscle cramping, or better known as Charlie horse, right? So the reason why you end up getting muscle cramping is because when you don't eat carbohydrates, you tend to lose water. And in that water, you lose your electrolytes, like your magnesium, your sodium, your potassium, which in turn causes muscle cramping. So I've been having this problem where I've been eating keto for about 6 months, and then I kind of like went off and on, like, because anyone who watches my videos know that when my husband has cheat weekends, I tend to cheat with him because I don't know, it's just one of those things. I just do it. So I end up eating carbs and then having to like go back into keto and getting fat adapted again. So I've been having this problem, and like this morning I had like the worst Charlie horse, and so of course all day today I've been like overdosing on like magnesium and potassium and sodium and things like that, and it's still kind of there. But it's so annoying because, and the same token, I want to be able to keep eating keto because I see such great benefits from it, but at the same time I'm not able to work out like I want to. So I don't know if there's anyone watching or any of my friends that are doing keto or low carb that actually experience this frustration with me, like want to maintain a certain level of athleticism but can't because you feel like you're Hi, Grace. I don't know if you eat low carb, high fat like I do, but it's like so annoying. Like I feel like I can't run like I want to all the time, and I feel like my body just is like hurting. But I think part of it is that I just haven't really been keeping up on my electrolytes, so it's my own fault. So lesson learned there. And so the other thing that I do is intermittent fasting, which I thought was pretty freaking cool because some of you may know if you watch my videos, I'm training for a new position right now, and I'm meeting new people. And I met somebody today, a physician who actually eats the way that I do, and she's lost 55 pounds, and she eats high fat, low carb, and she does intermittent fasting. And I thought that was the coolest freaking thing because literally every day of my life, I go to work, or I, eat like, go out to eat or eat around friends and family, and I eat high fat, low carb, and intermittent fasting, and people think I'm cuckoo. So I was so happy to meet somebody that actually eats the way that I do, and not only that, but they are a physician. So, you know what does that tell you? A physician isn't going to eat a certain way if it's really that bad for you. So, anyways, and she lost 55 pounds, and she feels great. Mental clarity. It's so many reasons why I eat the way that I do. But intermittent fasting is when I have like an eating window of like 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. So in other words, I don't eat until 12 p.m. and then I eat my meals or my calories from 12 to 8 every day. And then after 8 p.m. I don't eat. And so it's like, that's what you do. And it's not hard. It might sound hard, but when you're eating high fat, you are definitely satisfied with the calories from the fat, so you don't crave food and you don't have the highs and lows of like the sugar ups and downs. You know, you don't get hangry. I used to definitely be one of those people who would get hangry, and I would always have to carry snacks with me just in case I got hungry. So you know, I think I'm going to maybe talk about this subject a little bit more, because honestly, it's something that I deal with on a daily basis, keto and intermittent fasting. And I do get a lot of inquisitive minds and things like that when I talk about it. So I just thought it was pretty cool that, you know, number one, I found somebody that actually eats like me and can appreciate where I'm coming from, you know, eating high fat, low carb, and that I'm not cuckoo in intermittent fasting. And it totally doesn't mess up your metabolism like some people think. Even for people with thyroid disease and autoimmune disease. So I just thought that was pretty freaking cool. And I also want to talk about my annoying Charlie horse that I have from not eating enough sodium, potassium, or magnesium. So I actually tend to make my own little drinks. I make water with Himalayan salt and lemon juice. And then I also drink noon tabs, which I would drink those anyways when I would run like half marathons. But I started drinking those a little bit too. But they do have sugar and carbs, so I don't drink those every day. But I don't know if any of my keto friends or intermittent friends, intermittent fasting friends, want to chime in on here or say anything. But let's share your struggles. Like, I want to hear your struggles.